favor and tell us what we're doing here today.
Well, I think people are here today because all over the world people are gathering to basically come out with some force and be visible about how we care about our food systems and how companies like Monsanto really damage what it's like to be human. What it's like to be human is to relate to our food in a very personal way. You know, food's been here since before humans were here, and the idea that you can patent genetics, the idea that you can force people to work with seeds the way a company wants you to work with seeds.
Well, don't they also force farmers to, farmers can't have their own seed. They have to go.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
You know, and even if you don't want to have the genetics of their product, if it blows into your field, you suddenly have it, and somehow you're totally liable
contaminated, yeah.
for what the wind has done. So people are out here today to be visible and show their support for honest food.
Old Monsanto bought the farm, GMO, and on their farm they grow some crops, GMO. Spring pesticides here and some pesticides there, pesticides everywhere. Old Monsanto bought the farm, GMO.
For the land that's out of our control, we're gonna march for the freedom of our right to grow. Gonna march until there's no GMOs. We're gonna march against Monsanto. We're gonna march. We're gonna march. We're gonna march this march.
Go to the camera, people.
We're gonna march against Monsanto for the freedom of the seed, for the hunger in need. We'll march into the streets with the roots beneath our feet, for the sake of human beings, for to be free from disease, incomplete and disease, from this backwards policy, the complete entire truth. We deserve the right to know, like every dying youth deserves the right to grow into something natural, something beautiful.
Here in Olympia.
Instead of another hopeless victim dead from chemicals, we'll march against Monsanto. I'm gonna march against Monsanto. We're gonna march against Monsanto. Gonna march against Monsanto.
The screen on the camera is blowing. Your thoughts?
You know, like, this was put on by a small group of people, 4 to 5 people, mostly parents, people who have jobs, people who work. I'm a parent myself, people just concerned about our kids' future. And I see that happening around the world, and the stuff I see posted on the internet right now.
So how can we get more of our communities involved?
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, organize a rally, have a potluck with some non-GMO or organic foods, put folks together, have a reading group with something like Michael Pollan or someone like that. You know, when I see Michael Pollan on the Colbert Report, just kind of like openly questioning the commodification of our culture, you know, I know on cable TV, I know that we're going somewhere. things are starting to change.
Yay! Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Especially for taking an active role.
Yeah. It was a turning point when I saw my mom post some anti-Monsanto stuff on her Facebook page.
Right?
No, we've got a chance. I think that this is a part of a greater movement that started really getting jumping forward with the Occupy movement.
Right.
We're starting to understand that we need to end corporate rule and that we don't want corporations in charge of our government anymore, and that money is not free speech.
Right.
You never think of plants could do such global harm, but now the ones in charge have gone way too far. So now we're gonna march and take back what is ours. There's Monsanto. Those against Monsanto. Those against Monsanto.
First of all, I just think it's great that we have so many people out here participating in democracy and expressing their views on the system that we have. A lot of people may not think that we have a crisis. They may not be paying attention, though. If this isn't a crisis, we're very close to having one. We have 50 million people or more with food insecurity, and that means they don't know when their next meal is going to come from. And in those areas where those people are concentrated, also have some of the highest rates of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity, which strains our system. If we don't start putting humans first and thinking about our choices, we're going to run into a bigger catastrophe down the road. We have to think about where we're getting our resources and who's in control. We need to put people first and people over profit. It's also about being civil and respecting each other's dignity, respecting one another and tolerating one another, and listening to people's views. We need to be able to deliberate and get through conversations that are very contentious, because in the end, that's what makes democracy function, is people getting together and making sure that we can work together to come to logical solutions that make sense for the economy, for our people, for the health of our nation. If we can't do that, our country will continue to be divided. We need to see politicians who want to talk, who want to get together, quit avoiding the effects of this system. Make sure that instead of giving the public sound bites, that we're giving them real information about how these things are connected, and make sure that people understand the choices that they make can really affect society as a whole. We really just need to be thinking about the state of our globe and making sure that we're protecting our people, our environment, and it takes action like this and people getting together in a peaceful demonstration, again, to really make that difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep going.
First.
We're going to do a theme song
Alright,
in a bit
cool.
for the march.
Absolutely.
It's pretty darn good. Hope you like it.
All
I
right.
want to tell you guys that this is not a rally put together by very many seasoned activists. This is a dream of a better world put together in 6 weeks. Much of it by 2 moms, myself a parent, deeply concerned for the world that our kids will inherit. And seeing this global movement build to finally have a chance at making a difference, we knew in our hearts that despite our real and busy lives, we needed to act now or perhaps lose our chance forever for that better world to be made real. 813 people today. This is our chance. Woo! Just in Olympia. This is a national march. If you didn't know, I think most people probably know that, but there's 300 marches across the world. Woo! Yeah! And corporate rule. Stop Monsanto! Take back our food system. Woo!